Good morning, students. Good morning. Okay, now in today's class, we'll discuss with that what are the principles of security, or you can say that security services. Already in last class, we have to discuss with the basic terms you have to use in cryptography. Those terms already you have to discuss in last class. So what is the encryption, what is the decryption, what is the plain text, ciphertext, and what is cryptology and cryptography and cryptanalysis. So what are the algorithms you have to use regarding to the keys, and what are the dimensions of cryptography. These all things regarding to the type of operations and keys and cipher methods. So mainly we have to cryptography, you can use the three dimensions. One is the type of operation, second one is the what type of keys you have to use, and third one is what type of mode of operation you have to use. That is the cipher modes. So already these are the things we have to complete in last class. Now in today's class we have to discuss with that principles of security, or you can say that security services. What are the security services we can provide it with the cryptography and network security? So mainly you can provide that whenever you are using the security, you can provide the confidentiality. So whatever the data you have, the data must be protected with the confidentiality only. And second one is authentication. So authentication means simply confidentiality means you can protecting the data. Authentication means only authorized users authorized users only you can access the data. That is the authentication. Who are accessing the data, or who are accessing the data? Those students are authorized or unauthorized. Next one is integrity. So integrity means you can provide the modification. That means modification means whenever whatever the data you have, that data must you can modify by the authorized users only. That type of principle or security services you can provide it with the integrity. And non-repudiation and access control, availability, these are all principles and security services. So now each one you have to discuss in already you have to start it. That is the confidentiality. So in the confidentiality mainly you have to concentrate confidentiality, you have to protecting the information from access by the unauthorized parties. Simply you can say that here user A to user B, whenever you have to sending the data, so that data you must be protected from the unauthorized user like user C. This is simply called it as confidentiality. Next one is the whenever you have the confidentiality, you could not provide it. That means you loss of confidentiality. So that is simply call it as interception. So whenever you have to communicating the data from the user A to user B, and that data must be protected from the unauthorized party like user C. So uh, must be provided the confidential. For example, you have to sending the data from user one to user two. So the data must be protected like emails. Like emails, we have to sending the data from one user to another user. So that time you can be provide your data is secured. So that is simply you can say that confidential. But your data is not protected. That means simply call it as interception. That is simply call it as interception causes the loss of message confidential. Next one, authentication. So authentication means it is the process of recognizing user's identity. And who are the authorized people, who is the unauthorized people, who are the unauthorized people, you can identify with the authentication only. For example, identifying the credentials. Only authorized people only you can entering into the meetings like that. That's the way you have to represent the authentication. For example, here user A to user B. How can user B can who can identify the users A or user C are the authorized or not? That means, like for example, here user A is authorized, but user C is unauthorized person. But user C, you can say that I am the user A. You can say that I am the user A. But user B, how you can identify this request is user A or not? That is simply you can say that that is the authentication. The request getting from the user A and user B. That is simply you can say that authentication. And user B, how can identify you are getting the request is a valid or invalid is based on the credentials only. That is the way you have to identify the user B. That is the each person you have to accessing your data that is authorized or unauthorized with the service authentication. So absence of authentication, simply you can say that loss of confidentiality, you can say that that is interception. But whereas here authentication means you could not authorize any person. So both user B, user A or user C, whenever you have to sending the request, you could not authenticate it. User A and user C, both the users are connected. That time, that is the absence of authentication. That is simply called as fabrication. So this is simply you can say that absence of authentication. Simply you can say that fabrication. So interception, fabrication, interruption, and modification. These four are the attacks. That is simply you can say that what type of attacks you have to use in cryptography. This is the generally classified attacks: interruption, interception, fabrication, and modification. Okay, clear? So here you have to study services means you can provide the whatever the data you have, that data you must be protected, and what are the services provided to that data. Attacks means your protected data, how you can access it by the another users. That time that is simply call it as attacks. So that is the generally classified attacks. That is the interruption, interception, fabrication, modification. So here already you have to completed these two. First one is the confidentiality, second one is the authentication. Next one is integrity. Third service of the cryptography and network security. This is the third security. Mainly you have to concentrate on preventing the unauthorized users to modify the data. And similar way, preventing the authorized users making improper things to modify the data. So like this way, you can provide the security for that confidential data. For example, ఒక కంపెనీలో ఉన్న ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ whenever you have the information on your company, so unauthorized users can access that data and he can modify. That is the one thing you can do. One thing he can do. Then next one is the same authorized people, like employees also doing modify the data. So in proper way is good, well and good. Improper way they are doing, that is also not authorized. So like that way, you can provide the more integrity to that data by using this service one. So simply you can say that user A and user B, these two are the authorized people, and user C is the unauthorized. So user A is contacted with the user C, you can go doing something. So user C can do something on your authorized data, and that means whatever the data you have, that data you can modify with the integrity one. So you can prevent that type of improper things. You can modify the data. So that is simply you can say that integrity. That is simply you can say that next integrity means modification. So absence of integrity, simply loss of integrity, simply call it as loss of message integrity is simply call it as modification. So modification means this is another type of attack is placed. So with the authorized, with the other unauthorized users to modify the data in improper way, that type of thing you simply can represent it as in a security services way, you can say that it is integrity, and whereas in attack side you can say that it is a modification. Modification causes loss of message integrity. For example, how you can modify like this? See here, user A sending the information to the user B. User A, you want to send to the user B, like transfer $1,000, that is $100 to some other person, like D. Transfer $100 to D. But the user C, that is unauthorized user, can modify like this. Transfer $1,000 to user C. This is the way you can modify the data. So automatically the problem will be raised. This type of things you can do with the modification. This type of attack generally classified. So for that type of attack, you can provide the integrity. Such things is not allowed into that whenever you have to protecting the data. And next one is non-repetition. Non-repetition means simply non-repetition means simply, for example, user A could not send any message to the user B, but another user sending the message user B. That is simply can represent it as for example, user A and user B, you have the two users. Always you could not send you have any doubts? After that, raise your hand. Then we'll discuss. So non-repetition means it does not allow the sender of the messages to repeat the claim of the not sending that message. For example, user A to user B could not send any messages. So all unauthorized user stopping that user A to sending the messages to the user. That is simply called as non-repetition. And for example, user A could not send any messages to the user B. Always. That type of thing has happened in non-repetition. Next one. Access control. Access controls, simply you can say that the protected information accessed by the authorized users, and he can modify. So who only authorized people only can access that data. So here, access by which clients, for example, here only authorized people only you have to connect it with the server. Simply you can see that that is simply called it as access control. Only properly authorized clients can connect to the server. Unauthorized users could not connect with that server. This is the providing the security service by the cryptography. Here you can use the two types of access control mechanisms you have to use in cryptography. One is the user-based access control mechanism, and second one is the host-based access control mechanism. User-based access control mechanism means users. I want to allow. For example, you have to take Zoom app. In the Zoom app, I want to one way you have to access the who are other. I want to authorize only some few people only. So like this, user-based access control mechanism. For example, defaultly, whenever you have to enter into the room, directly you can enter into that Zoom app. So automatically that is the host-based access control mechanism. So these two types of mechanisms you have to use in cryptography. And next one is availability. Only authorized, who are the authorized? For all the authorized people, information is available any time. That is simply can provide that security service, that is the availability. Only authorized people only can access that data, and always it will be available to that only the who are authorized. Okay, so this is regarding to that. These are the services provided by the cryptography. So the loss of simply you can say that loss of availability. For example, user A have to sending the user B. That message directly you have to send to the user A to user B. But that same message, user A to user B, whenever we have to sending the message to the user A to user B, and that message directly sent to the user B. Again, this message sent to the user C. Again, these users you have to send to the user B, and that means interruption occurred while you have to using this type of attack. Availability is the security service. Interruption is the security attack. Yeah. So this is the regarding to that security services provided by the cryptography. And the next one is attacks. So what type of attacks occurred in cryptography? So here mainly the attacks are divided into generally classified. You have to divide into 4 types. That is the interception, interruption, fabrication, and modification. So we'll discuss next. Now attacks. Mainly generally attacks are divided into 2 types. One is the passive attacks and second one is the active attacks. Passive attacks means you could not modify the data. Just you have to listening the information. For example, in older days we have to use the telephones. So telephones, someone is calling and you have to the conversation between the two persons, someone is listening. That type of attack is simply called as passive attack. And that is simply, you can say that here, in a general classified way, you can say that interception. Interception means already you have to discuss confidentiality. So someone, the protected information available to the someone, that is the interception. That is simply call it as, generally passive attacks are divided into two types. One is the release of message contents and second one is the traffic analysis. Release of message content means third party user, like this way. 1 minute, 69, unmute itself. Ask. $69. Doubted, Damanika? Hello? Okay. First one is release of message contents. So release of message content, for example, here you have to see here generally the passive attacks are divided into two types. One is the release of message content and second one is the traffic analysis. First one is release of message contents. Really, in release of message contents, whenever you have to sending the information or say, calling someone, so the third party user, unauthorized user, just reading the contents of these messages. So whenever here in this diagram it shows Bob and Alice, the conversation between the Bob and Alice. So what the messages you have to sending from Bob to Alice, that message is read by the third party, like that is listen this message. So here, this is simply you can say that release of message contents. So in between the Bob and Alice, simply you can use any communication facilities like internet or fiber optic. You can use the any type of communication, any type of communication facility we have to use it here. The second one is the traffic analysis. In the traffic analysis, mainly we can discuss the conversation between the Bob and Alice. So he could not read the contents, but only can observe the pattern. So most frequently, for example, most frequently they are messages passing from one user to another user. So he can observe the pattern. Something is going on in between those two users. That is the way you can identify the traffic analysis. These two are the passive attacks. Mainly, we have to use it in cryptography. So this type of attacks occurred in this nowadays related to the passive attacks. First one is the release of message content, and second one is the traffic analysis. So traffic analysis mainly you can use it here in military systems. You can handle military systems. Mainly you can observe this type of attack. For example, headquarters to some particular checkpoint, continuously messages are going on. Automatically, something is going on in that checkpoint. That is the way you can identify the pattern of this pattern. That is the way you can identify the traffic. Some other users, other users can access. This type of attack is simply you can say that traffic analysis in passive attacks. So, ఒక పర్టికులర్ చెక్ పాయింట్ లో ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మెసేజెస్ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ నుంచి వెళ్తుంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా something is going on in that checkpoint, identify that unauthorized users. So that is the other pattern of messages from one person to another person. These two are the passive attacks: release of message content and traffic analysis. And next one is another type of attacks is active attacks. Only in the passive attacks, only he is listening the information or reading the contents or observe the pattern. And he could not modify anything. Just they have to listen the voices or reading the contents. These things only you can do with the passive attacks. But conversation data, just we have to reveal. You could not modify anything. But whereas in active attacks, you can modify something, whatever the protected data. That is simply you can say that active attacks. In active attacks, completely we can discuss with that. Active attacks are divided into 4 types. One is the masquerade, and second one is the replay, and third one is the modification, and fourth one is the denial of service. Masquerade means simply third party user. For example, here we have to see here that is the masquerade. Actually, Bob could not send any message to the allies. But the third party unauthorized user did send the message. It appears like to be sent by the Bob. And actual authorized user could not send any message to the authorized user 1 to user 2. But authorized user 2 getting the message from the unauthorized user. It appears like a authorized user 1. So this type of attack is simply called it as masquerade. So here the message is sent from the death. It appears like that to be sent from the Bob. See here, this is the like this way we can represent it here. That is simply call it as masquerade. That is the first one. Second one is the replay. Replay means for example, the Bob we have to sending the message to the allies. That is user A1 to user A to user B. We have to sending the message. So here that message sent by the user A to user B, it will be received, and the same message what they sending the Bob to the allies, same message captured by the third party user. That is the unauthorized user, not third party user. He is the unauthorized user. Unauthorized user captured that message and again sent back to again that message what the message he captured, that message sent to the allies. He could not modify anything. Same message Bob నుంచి allies కి వెళ్తుంది, at the same time death కూడా వెళ్తుంది. ఆ డెత్ ఏం చేస్తాడు, సేమ్ మెసేజ్ పంపిస్తాడు. మీకు ఒక్కోసారి మెయిల్స్ రిపీటెడ్ మెయిల్స్ వస్తాయి. That means first message you have to actually who are sending that person you have to sending this message. Second same message మీకు మెసేజ్ వచ్చిందంటే what is that meaning? It is simply you can say that third party user you have to listen that was. This type of attack is solved. This type of attack is simply call it as a replay attack. And okay message 2 times వచ్చింది. That is simply call it as replay attack. This is the another type of attack. And the third one is modification. Modification means the other type of attack is modification. In the modification, first the Bob whenever you want to send to the message to the allies, for example user A2 you are sending the message to user B, whenever you have to send that message directly moves to another user death. And that message you could not send to the allies. Directly what the message you have to sending from that user A, directly moves to the that message you have to move to the another user like death. So death can modify that message. and again sent to LIS. So here, this type of attack is simply called as modification. అంటే యూజర్ ఏ నుంచి యూజర్ బికి పంపించాల్సిన మెసేజ్ ఫస్ట్ యూజర్ ఏ నుంచి యూజర్ సికి వెళ్తుంది. యూజర్ సి ఇస్ ద అనదర్ ఏజ్. So that user C can modify the data, and then after modify that the data again send to the modified data you have to send to the user B. So this is type of attack is simply called as modification. And next one is denial of service. Denial of service means simply third party user disturb the services. Like for example, your college server ఉంది. College server ని continuous గా someone is hacking. Actually you are the authorized people. You could not access that our server. That is the problem will be raises. That is simply you can say that is a simply you can say that denial of service. That disturbs the services provided by the server. So these are the four types of attacks. These are the four types in active attacks. Generally, these four types simply you can say that active attacks. And in this active in this type of attacks, you can modify the data. But whereas in passive attacks, you could not modify any data in cryptography. This type of attacks will have to occur in real-time environment. So generally here security attacks are divided into four types. First one is interruption. Generally you have to classify it. Generally you have to classify it. Interruption and interception, modification and fabrication. Already we have to discuss this one. Loss of confidentiality simply call it as interception. Okay. What is the fabrication? Authentication. The absence of authentication is simply call it as fabrication. And what is modification? Loss of integrity is simply call it as modification. Loss of integrity is simply call it as modification. And interruption is availability. Simply availability. Availability is not occurred. That is simply called it as interruption. So these are the four types of attacks generally classified. These attacks are generally classified. Actually, explain about types of attacks, and you must be explained those two attacks. Mainly, we have to divide into two types. One is the passive, and second one is the active. Again, passive is divided into two types: release of message contents and traffic analysis. And next one is active attacks. Other type is active attacks. Again, we have to divide into four types. First one is the masquerade, replay, modification, denial of service. Okay, these are the types of attacks. We'll continue in next class. That is the security mechanisms. Once we have to complete the security mechanisms, then we'll start the mathematical cryptography. Mathematical cryptography we can discuss. So while we have to convert the plain text to ciphertext, what are the mathematical way how to convert? For example, we have to use the type of operation like transposition or replacing. So whenever you have to use those operations, so what you do, that will be discussed in that mathematical cryptography. In next class we will continue. So any doubts regarding to this?